Welcome back to this new inspirational video. Today I wanted to discuss the role our beliefs play when going for our greatest dreams. Perhaps you are familiar with certain ancient quotes always stressing the importance to humanity that we have to believe if we ever want to achieve or manifest a certain dream. We must look within our own minds and ask ourselves a few questions. One of them is how are beliefs formed? Why do I believe in certain things even if they are working against me? And finally, how can I actually change my beliefs so that it becomes easier for me to achieve a goal I've set for myself? These three questions will be dissected throughout this video. So let me share with you something my mentor once taught me, and he learned it from his mentor decades ago. He would tell me, our beliefs are based upon our evaluation of something, and frequently, if we reevaluate a situation, our beliefs about that situation will change. This is very important to grasp. Why is it that we have dreams but then we don't believe we can achieve them? With such a mental roadblock in our minds, it becomes more difficult to actually improve our lives. And you know something? It's totally unnecessary. So how are beliefs formed? Well, we have to go back to the time we were born. During most of our childhood, we are entirely dependent on our parents. Our parents in turn can only give us what they know and got. In many cases, even our parents might not be going for their greatest dreams in life. So frequently as children, we might hear statements like, "You can't achieve that. You are being unrealistic. It's impossible to do that. You need to know the right people or else you will never succeed." And on it goes. As children, if we keep hearing such statements over and over again, we start to believe they are true. Now what exactly happened? It was the repetition of certain ideas that caused us to believe something. A belief is simply a thought you keep thinking over and over again, and it's charged with intense feeling. Are your thoughts constructive or destructive when it comes down to the realization of your dream? Think about it carefully. If you believe you can't achieve something, you have to ask yourself, why do I even believe I can't? You will discover there's probably numerous reasons and ideas why you currently think you can't. But is it really the truth? If beliefs are formed through repetition, is it possible to change such a belief around by repeating ideas of an opposite nature to ourselves? Well, the answer to that is yes, that can work. The problem though lies in how we actually feel about the new belief we are trying to build inside our minds. In order to expand upon this concept, I will share with you another point my mentor taught me. He would say the word Praxis stands for integrating belief with behavior. Frequently, we might say we believe we can achieve something, but our behavior indicates we don't believe we can at all. Basically, our own attitude might be contradicting the things we consciously claim to believe are true. We want to make sure our beliefs influence us on a subjective level, and Neville Goddard gave us the key on how to do so. We have to live and act from the mental assumption that we can do something and no longer feel that we can't. In order to develop this ability, we have to reevaluate why we currently believe we can't do the very thing we want to do. Odds are there are people out there who are doing what you would like to do or achieve for yourself. The difference between you and them might just be a matter of belief. They believe they can, and perhaps you believe you can't. I want you to play a little game with yourself, and this all happens inside your own mind. If anything would be possible for you, how would you actually feel about yourself? How would you actually see yourself? What would you think about yourself? It is by answering these questions you learn to alter your own self-image, for that is another important reason why we hold the beliefs we currently have. A person's self-image is greatly influenced by events from the past and current thoughts they repeatedly think inside their minds. If the thought and feelings are positive and uplifting, such a person will generally have a positive, confident self-image about who they are and what they're capable of doing. If the opposite is the case, well then such a person will always feel like they aren't good enough, or they might feel they just seem to be always unlucky whenever they do try to go for their greatest dreams in life. Your self-image, just like your belief system, was formed from birth, and it was heavily influenced by the people that surrounded you as you were growing up. Were you raised with a lot of praise, or were you raised with a lot of criticism? It has a great influence on you because many of the behavioral patterns will show themselves far into our adulthood. If you currently don't have a positive, confident, uplifting belief system concerning what you are capable of doing, Do not be dismayed. You can actually change it around. So where do you start? Well, you start by affirming the complete opposite to what the repetitive thoughts and feelings are suggesting. In other words, if you currently feel you can't achieve something, you will have to start affirming on a daily basis that you can. And not only that, you also have to actually feel that you can, and then integrate this belief with your own behavior. For example, if you lack confidence, you will have to practice acting confident in spite of the old fears and worries that were holding you back. You also want to understand that it might feel uncomfortable at first simply because we are creatures of habit. Right now you might be in the habit of allowing negative tendencies to control your life, but as you keep practicing the opposite, it will turn into a habit over time. With this we can come to the conclusion that our beliefs are also for the most part simply based on habits. You could actually habitually think in negative terms about yourself or in positive terms. Which side will you pick? I hope you start considering the positive so that you can finally alter your beliefs and achieve what you want once and for all. Now let's condense everything discussed earlier. First, you have to know that you don't have to be the victim of your own beliefs. They are simply thoughts you keep repeating on a habitual basis. Make sure the thoughts are positive and uplifting, and your beliefs will alter accordingly. Second, do not forget to integrate your belief with your behavior. If you catch yourself saying, "I believe I can do this," then start acting the part. It is when people say one thing and do another that we have clear evidence their beliefs are not in sync with their own desires. Third, the easiest method to change your beliefs and alter your self-image for the better is by using your imagination to see yourself as a strong, confident person, capable of doing great things just like anyone else you currently admire. By doing this on a daily basis, you will form the habit of thinking along those lines about yourself, and it will also start altering the way you feel. Once the way you feel has changed, you will become compelled to act the part automatically, since the way we feel is always expressed through the physical body. Think carefully about these points. If you've been struggling trying to change your belief system in order to achieve a certain goal, odds are you tried going about it the wrong way. It's not a matter of forcing yourself to change your mind. It's simply a matter of becoming aware that whatever belief we hold is never the entire truth at all. Any belief we hold inside our minds can be changed, giving us concrete proof that we have the power to change our own destiny, if we will put in the effort to let our minds work for us and not against us. So as a reminder, let me repeat the phrase again. A belief is nothing more but a thought you keep thinking over and over again that is charged with intense feeling. In order to change your beliefs, you will have to catch the mood that will be yours. Were you now the person you would like to be? Or were you now in the possession of what you desire to achieve, be, or have? This is the real trick, and it can work wonders for the state of your life. Your destiny is in your own hands. All you have to do is reach out your imaginary hands and appropriate within your consciousness whatsoever you desire, so that it can start moving into form and become a reality for you once and for all. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive inspirational videos on a regular basis. And with that being said, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.